Department of Planning and Building and simply support this appeal and overturn the MHRB approval of this permit. That's all you need to do. Thank you. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, Mr. Edmondson, at this point?
I got one question here.
Sure.
On this picture here, that's not numbered, this picture here.
Oh, I missed one.
Well, you mentioned that it would eliminate and create a transportation issue, but the elimination of one parking space, the way I see it visually in this picture here, what is proposed to put on the front here still wouldn't eliminate this. There seems to be plenty of room there.
No, sir. The Supervisor Pinches, the point that I would make is that Albion Street is very narrow, and if this added encroachment, this 3 foot, actually 42 inches, it would be an additional encroachment out into the roadway, which would then simply push the car that wanted to park in front of there further out into the roadway.
I know what you're saying, but I don't necessarily go along with that, because if you put a 4-foot porch or whatever you want to call it on the front of here, that car could still park in line with these other cars along that street. The way I see it in this picture.
Well,
I mean,
that picture may not show you, actually be representative of the entire situation. Let's see if,
I mean, there's plenty of room there to put a porch on there without that car being further out of a line out in Albion Street, out in line from them other cars.
what you have to understand is that there's already an encroachment that's already pushed cars out. This will be even a further encroachment. If you look at your photograph 6, sir, if you look at this photograph 6, you'll see that this flower box here, that's already encroaching into county right-of-way by about 32 inches. No, but over 4 feet, excuse me, from the survey marker. And it ducks back in, but it's still an encroachment to the west side of that brick walkway. And the apple shed, even today, is 1 foot 7 inches in the county right-of-way, and if you add another 42 inches to that, that will push that car, that picture, you know, one picture's worth 1,000 words, but it takes you 2,000 to explain it. It will further, it will essentially take 42 more inches of object development in that roadway, so that a car, sure, can still park alongside of it, but it'll be 42 inches further into the street. I don't know when the last time you were over in Mendocino was, but I'll tell you, Albion Street, for traffic and for pedestrians, I mean, they're thrown off this sidewalk out into the street. There's two-way traffic there. There's parking on the north side and the south side. It is already a bottlenecked area, and adding a structure 42 inches deeper into the county right-of-way will further exacerbate an already horrible traffic situation for both automobiles and pedestrians. That's my principal worry, is that somebody's going to get hurt, and when somebody gets hurt, they're going to go after somebody, because people are responsible for allowing this kind of inappropriate development to happen. I hope that answers your question.
I got a question. I guess it'd be of Department of Transportation.
We're not quite there
Okay.
yet.
I simple question. Is this a deeded right-of-way, or does the county have a deeded right-of-way there, or a prescriptive right-of-way?
That would be a question for Department of Transportation. What I do know is that the maps show the county right-of-way is 40 feet and 9 inches, and I've measured from the south.
I know the county has right-of-way there. I'm just curious if it's a prescriptive or a deeded right-of-way.
I couldn't answer that, sir.
Okay. Supervisor Delmer?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Edmondson, on your colored photos, number 1,
Yes, sir.
is that white car, is that appropriately parked?
I'm sorry?
Is that white car, the Pontiac, is that appropriately parked?
Publicly parked?
Appropriately parked, I'm sorry.
Well, you can see that the asphalt to the right of the photograph stops, and that would indicate to me that that's the area that's designated for parking, and that is, in fact, county right-of-way and has traditionally been used for parallel parking, so yes, sir.
And the pickup across the street, the same holds for that?
You know, I can't tell from this angle. What I do know is that as you walk up,
Well, it's not parked in the middle of the road, doesn't look like.
no, it's not parked in the middle of the road. What parks in the middle of the road, Supervisor Delbar, are delivery trucks.
Okay.
And I should point out to you and fully answer your question, delivery trucks come from both the west end of Albion Street and the east end of Albion Street. This is a major commercial feeder to the storefronts on Main Street, which is to the south, and along the north side. And oftentimes you will have perhaps a big wide Coca-Cola truck coming this way, and mom and pop in their SUV coming this way. And it makes for some pretty interesting driving dilemmas for both truck drivers and visitors and residences, not to mention the potential hazards to pedestrians.
Okay, so let me go back to my questions.
Yes,
And then
sir.
number 6,
Yes, sir.
that's the same pickup.
I would say it is.
Okay.
And you would not,
If I can finish my question.
sure.
So number 6 shows that same pickup parked, probably even has some more room to move over if it wanted to, if the garbage cans weren't there, encroaching in the county right-of-way. The
Sorry,
planter,
I didn't catch that.
I said it, probably if the garbage cans weren't there in the middle of the county right-of-way, they could probably scoot over another foot or two, but that's more of an
Actually,
editorial comment than it was a question. My question for you, Mr. Edmondson, is the steps as they come out, you said that's about over 4 feet there?
the steps, yes, the
Okay.
planter
So
box.
then the steps coming out of the Apple House as proposed would be about the same and then tying that direction? Is that accurate?
No, they would actually be coming out farther. And if you just give me a second to, the landing and flower box from the survey marker on your photograph, the little red ribboned one, the southern edge of
I guess I'm not worried
of
about
this
the
flower
survey
box
marker. What I'm
extends
asking you,
5 foot
though,
1 inch.
What I'm asking, Mr. Edmondson, is from the Apple shed proper, how
Proper,
far
yes.
out, physically measured dimension,
Yes, sir.
from the door of the Apple shed out is the step, the landing and the step?
The proposed landing of the
Yes.
step is, well, it's, as you can see from the
It's
floor
just a
plan,
measurement I'm looking
it's
for.
36 inches of
Okay.
landing and what appears to be about a 6-inch deep flower
Okay.
box, so that would be 42 inches.
Okay, so it'd actually be about the same or even less than the current flower planter and steps that are just down from there, right?
I believe it would be more or less and slightly more.
Well, I'm gathering slightly less from your measurements, but nonetheless, it's about the same. So it really, from the parking standpoint, wouldn't be pushing anybody any further out if that was consistent across the front. So I guess that's kind of, was what I see there.
If you